Hey everybody, on today's episode of the Sibling Soirée, it's Valentine's Day. Celebrate your sweetie and your sweet tooth with a review of Wifey sparkling wines. And what's Valentine's Day without a little chocolate? We're drooling over some truffles from the Harlem Chocolate Factory. You are invited.
The Sibling Soirée, get loose, come party. Know you had a long day, kick it, Munchie, never feel sorry. Hey, for living your best life, we gon' get just right. Sip fine wine, good dine, great vibes, all black beers on the rise, yeah.
Hey everybody, I'm Lucinda.
And I'm Eric.
And welcome to the Sibling Soirée, a space where we sample and support Black-owned food and beverage companies.
That's right. Welcome back to the party, y'all.
Yes.
Also, it's the Valentine's Day edition.
Ooh, I'm in the mood for love.
Hey.
Simply because you're near me. No.
I tell you what, I've always been one of those, anti-Valentine
Oh, don't be
It's
party
it feels very like Hallmark holiday.
Yeah.
Until you're in a relationship and it's like, ooh, it's
Oh,
Valentine's
it's
Day.
great. Well,
we gotta do something special.
Even if you're in a relationship, it doesn't always
It's
feel
not always
like
like,
that.
okay, well, that makes you feel
I just, Valentine's Day for me, I think about being in high school, right?
Yeah.
And it was like Valentine's Day was the day for the popular individuals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like there's somebody doing something special for you, and then you can flaunt it and throw it.
No, and then the schools had the audacity to do things like a fundraiser where
right.
it was like, oh,
you can buy roses.
you
or
can buy
something.
roses or flowers.
God
and
forbid
chocolate
you didn't get a rose on
and
Valentine's
deliver
Day
it
in
to
high
the
school.
class. So you'd be sitting in class and somebody come knocking, and it's like, oh. It's a Valentinogram.
Yeah.
Who is it for?
Oh, Katie, here you go. One for you. And none for Gretchen Wieners. Bye.
Oh my goodness.
Not
the
for you.
pressures we put on
Not
you.
for you.
Seriously.
Listen, I'm grateful to feel self-love.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful to feel loved by friends and family and my husband and sorority sisters and, you and our Sibs.
Mm-hmm.
But, I think it just really for being a young person, it's not always a fun experience.
No, it's not. And I think it is different for singles and people who are in relationships when it comes to this time of year, right?
Yeah.
You are married, I am single.
Right.
But, so I think maybe we have different perspectives when it comes to this holiday, obviously.
Right.
But, take it for what it is, enjoy the time. You're married. You know what, that's a good segue to Wifey wines. So today
You're my wifey.
Sweet. 3 words. You're my wifey. Yo, that was a jam, though. That was the jam.
Nobody knows all the words, but it sounded really good.
You don't know the words. We don't know the words.
Maybe.
So today we're reviewing Wifey wines.
Yes. How opportunistic for us to talk about being a wifey during Valentine's Day. We just thought it was an ideal time for us to specifically.
It's a holiday celebrating relationships,
yes.
Marriages being one of them. You're married, it's fitting. Wifey wines is celebrating all of that. So.
Yeah. We're excited. And so Wifey wines, right, started really as a relatively brand new Black-owned business.
They're pretty new.
Right?
They're pretty new, yeah.
Launched in October 2019
right?
Specifically with the sparkling Rosé. And then in October of 2020 with the Sweet Cuvée. And so, these are two of the brands that are focused by Wifey. And we said, hey, let's try both of them.
Yeah, why not?
So, I think the nice thing about this is that it provides something for both palates, right? Because the Cuvée is a sweeter sparkling wine. Yeah. And then the Rosé is going to be a little bit on the drier side.
Which I love it. We always talk about this thing of me talking about super sweet wines.
We talk about super sweet wines.
But I think that's a great 2 bottles for her to have.
I think it's a great start, for 2 bottles. And particularly as we think about Valentine's Day, you think about, having something sparkly and, it's something for everyboey's palate, and so.
Yeah. And maybe the Cuvée is appropriate for Valentine's Day because, the sweet tooth, the whole, sweet tipola is like, it's like, that's
my sweetie. My sweetie.
My sweetie pie.
Listen,
my sweet tipola.
Listen, let's just try them and see how we like them.
Let's do it. Okay, so we're going to start with the Cuvée.
Okay.
Right? This is a little bit sweeter.
Yep.
Sparkling White by Wifey Wines.
Cheers.
To all the lovers out there.
Oh.
And to all the single folks too, you know.
To all the single folks.
To all the single, we can still celebrate Valentine's Day. Because you know what? Love yourself.
Love yourself.
Love yourself. Date yourself. Enjoy yourself.
Love date yourself. Love yourself.
What? Oh, I love going on a date by myself.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I go out to dinner, I watch a movie. You don't have to worry about conversation. You enjoy your meal, you people watch. It's great.
You don't stay on your phone, right?
Sometimes. But you know what? There's no one across the table saying, why you on your phone? Like I'm not saying it.
Life is so much better.
I mean.
Listen, everybody, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. However you're celebrating.
Okay.
Woo!
So it's sweet.
Sweet.
It's Sweet Cuvée sweet.
Yeah.
But let me say this. I know that a significant portion of our audience prefers sweeter wines.
Yeah.
My friends, this one is for you.
This is it. So it is good. It's definitely a sweet bottle.
Yeah. It's definitely a sweet bottle.
It's sweet. It's not too sweet where you can't pull out flavors and kind of, you know, get into what flavors make up this bottle and, you know, dissect it a little bit.
Well, no, I think that even though it's sweet, like, I can see this, especially when it's a really hot summer day, if it's really, really chill. Yeah. This would be nice to sip on. Like, I wouldn't mind, you know, I don't usually like sweeter wines, but I wouldn't mind sipping on this.
Yeah, very cold on a hot day. I can see that. I can see that for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of our viewers would enjoy this bottle as well.
Listen, if you have tried our other wines, and we know that a lot of our viewers have actually gone out and purchased all of the wines, and so we're so grateful for that.
Which we love. That's why we're doing this.
But if you have said, I don't like this, it's not as sweet as I thought it would be, trust us when we tell you, you want this one.
This is the bottle. This is the one you've been waiting for.
This is the one you've been waiting for. Yeah. This is the sweet bottle.
It's really sweet, but it has great flavor. Yeah. I think that a lot of you would like it. So
I feel like it's in between Moscato and Riesling.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. With a little bit of bubbles.
With a little bit of bubbles.
It's a sparkling.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
So let's talk about the owner for a second. Marilyn Van Alsten, right? I mean, this was a businesswoman. She worked for Combs Enterprises for 20 years?
20 years. But you know what's interesting about that, especially as someone who works in a profession where my students are required to have an internship? She had an internship for 9 months. And that started into a 20-year career.
Yeah.
Don't take for granted the opportunities that are presented to you.
And she says, like, don't intern to just intern. She gives a lot of great business advice.
Yeah, a lot of great advice.
I saw some talks that she gave, and it's all kind of about her journey as an entrepreneur and, like, you know, things that we all struggle with, like when to take that leap of faith, you know, when to know when you've given enough to a company and when it's time to move on.
When to believe in yourself and not to have so much self-doubt that you don't think that you have what it takes to be successful.
That's so true. That's so true.
You know?
You know, she says this one thing. She says, if I can sell one bottle, I can sell two.
Right.
Right? And that's so true. And that's a great mentality to have, because think of it on a smaller scale, right? Yeah, you can sell one. And if you can do that, you can do more. So if you can sell 2 bottles, you can sell a case.
Right.
If you can sell a case, you can build a relationship with you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it keeps
selling
going.
at the store.
Right, exactly. And I think that's what she did. And I think that was really cool advice to give, is that we get so caught up in, like, the big picture that we don't realize the day-to-day step, you know? Like, that's how you should approach it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and I think, you know, for someone who has started really relatively new, a lot of our friends have, in fact, people have actually written directly to us and said, hey, have you heard about Wifey Wines?
Right.
Are you going to, you know, review them? And so for someone who just started 2 years ago, that is actually phenomenal.
A lot of buzz,
Yeah. So kudos to you, Marilyn. You've done a good job.
Agreed.
All right, so we've started with the sweeter. Even though I think probably when you think about traditional tastings, it should be you start from the dry to sweet.
Yeah, technically, because that's probably more in the dessert realm of wines.
But we heard that the rosé was a little bit more on the drier side, and we decided maybe it'll pair better with what we have for pairing time.
Yeah, agreed. I am a little more excited for this bottle. You know, I love rosés and I love dry rosés. I think this might hit that for us, so I'm excited to try it. Shall we?
Shall we?
Okay. Cheers again.
You know, I like the idea that we're doing 2.
I like the 2
we
bottle
don't usually do 2
I like
pairings.
the 2 bottle review too. Yeah, it's fun.
I like this. It feels like a flight.
Yeah, it is. Well, it is a flight. I mean,
But
besides the portion.
It's a full flight.
It's a full flight into glasses.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is no room for you to be able to put your things on other people's seats. Right. This is a full flight.
It's a full flight. Oh, that's
Cheers.
funny. I like that.
Yep.
Yeah, this is definitely more my speed. It's a dry, sparkling rosé.
Mm-hmm.
I like the flavor. It's not
brut, right? It's not brut.
It's not super dry. It's not super dry.
It's not super dry, but there's no hints of sweetness. I feel like if you're kind of in between, if you're an in-betweener, this is a good in-betweener glass to have. Like, I can definitely see, summertime. Look, I'm envisioning what summer is going to be for me, right? I just redid my backyard. My pool is redone. I think that people are going to go for the Sweet Cuvée, and I'm gonna be like, I'll just take all of this.
Let's be real; these are both poolside bottles.
They're both poolside.
I think they're both very summer appropriate, and I can see us enjoying both of them, like outside in the summertime. I think that'll be a nice moment.
Right.
I will definitely be drinking this rosé though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cuvée maybe not as much, just because of the sweet factor.
Right.
But this rosé is delicious.
It is delicious.
It's not so sweet, and I think it can pair with a lot of things.
It can pair with a lot of things. Yeah. It's light enough. You could eat dinner with it. Yeah. But you could just kind of just sit poolside with it.
I feel like you can throw fruit. You can throw fruit in it, or you can pair it with food, or it'd be
a good brunch drink.
It's very versatile. Yeah.
And you know what? Actually, on her website, she's got a lot of different recipes.
She does have some
particularly
cocktails,
for the rosé, right? So she's got one where you can throw elderberry liqueur in it and make it a little bit sweeter. Again, for people who like sweeter wine. Yeah. But I think that this is going to be a go-to.
It's a hit. I think it's going to be a
hit. This one is soirée approved.
Yes, for sure. Definitely soirée approved. Yeah.
Soirée approved.
So I'm thinking, I'm hoping that maybe it's pairing time.
Maybe it's pairing time?
Is it pairing time?
It's pairing.
Yes. Finally. Did you lose your earring?
I lost my earring. Listen, it's so pairing.
You see how we get hyped for pairing time?
I love my earring. Oh my goodness. It's serious. It's pairing time. All right.
Pairing time.
It's pairing time.
That's right.
And so, listen, we figured the rosé was a little bit more our speed.
We're rocking with the rosé.
So we're gonna and it's a little bit drier, so it's gonna pair a little bit better with the milk chocolates.
Yeah. Our pairing today is a little on the sweeter side, so we thought it'd be good to offset it with a drier wine. So we're sticking with the rosé. Our pair is from Harlem Chocolate Factory. Okay, look, y'all. I'm super excited about this. The story is amazing. The product is amazing. The owner is amazing. Everything about this we love, okay?
Love.
It's so good. So the owner, Jessica Spalding, her story is just so good and so special. Right?
So, again, important for us to highlight that this is a Black-owned business, a Black-owned women's chocolatier business in Harlem.
Based in Harlem. Their flagship is in Harlem, which is steps from my house. So I literally walked there. Got to meet Jessica, which was lovely. She's really great. Super nice, very personal. But the story is what got me.
Okay.
She grew up in a house that was very anti-sugar, healthy eating.
Okay.
The one exception to that rule was chocolate.
Listen, I'll take that.
That's a good exception.
We know that January, everybody was all about resetting, getting themselves back in order. But there's something about working out, exercising, and saying, I'll have a piece of chocolate.
That's your indulgence.
We know that chocolate is like indulgence. You don't have to have a whole lot, just have
a little piece, and
it's good for you.
Hits that craving and all that. Yeah. So that was really special. So that's something that she shared with her mother, I guess.
Okay.
And because it was a health-forward household, it wasn't just it wasn't random supermarket chocolate.
Right.
They were eating quality chocolate because we all know the better the chocolate and the cocoa, the more healthy it is. Yeah, so they were eating very fine quality chocolate and going to seminars and festivals and really exploring chocolate together.
Wow.
Which I thought was so fun and special.
That's a good story.
She made her first batch of chocolate at 10 years old. 10.
Made her own batch.
Made chocolate at 10. At 10.
Who's doing that at 10?
Right. a chocolate. Someone who was meant to be a chocolatier.
Meant to be a chocolatier. And an artist.
An artist.
And an artist, right?
Yeah. And again, if you look at her chocolate, you can see the art behind it, right?
Yeah. Well, I think that was her whole thing, right? She wanted to be able to not only celebrate chocolate, but also bring forth her creativity, her artistic ability into the work that she's doing.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. And I think she does that beautifally. I mean, So she's also a photographer. She talks about how she comes up with the concept of her chocolates and the different flavors. She designs all of these from photographs that she takes around the neighborhood.
Wow.
And then she comes up with a chocolate flavor to complement that. And I was just like, what? You know,
chocolate flavor
right,
to complement a picture that you took.
Right.
I mean, look, so this is the thing.
Like,
if you don't have an artistic brain, that is just like chicken scratch.
It's lost on you.
It's lost. But, you know, particularly, honestly, working with you, like, I understand that your brains think differently. So it's like how you see things and how that translates into what you produce. It's like a whole different world.
Yeah.
So to be able to see a picture and say, I'm going to create bodega,
right,
you know, truffle.
Right. I mean, if you go to the website and you look at the flavors and, you know, it's like above 110 or, you know, the bodega or after school snack special. And then we go into like
the truffles.
The truffles, and then you have like some dessert flavors which are kind of specific to the Black community. Banana pudding, sweet potato pie, like, you know.
But didn't she say that? She wanted it to celebrate Black culture. Right? In chocolate.
Right. She says, and I thought this was great, she was like, we're lovers of chocolate and Harlem that want to celebrate through chocolate and Harlem. Like, you know, they're bringing their passions to you in the best way that they know how.
Well, I think that's so authentic.
It's
and
so
and
good.
I think that's what makes her successful.
It's amazing. You know? And you feel that when you speak to her, you feel the love for Harlem and chocolate. And it makes you want to eat chocolate in the neighborhood. Like,
well, look, I want to eat this chocolate.
Let's eat some of the chocolate.
Enough talking.
Let's eat some of it.
Tell me which ones we're having. Okay, so look, I'm going to pull it here.
We got the cheat sheet.
The thing about when you know, so Valentine's Day is all about chocolate and champagne, right? And so when you get like that box of chocolate, you know that you have like the little cheat sheet.
You want to know what you're eating?
Ooh. And so you look at okay, maybe it's just me.
No, I think everyone.
I look at them and I'm like,
everyone did that.
Which one do I think
what should I
want?
Yeah. Because you don't want to mess around and bite into something that you
don't want.
No.
Okay, so I'm particularly looking at these, and I know that we have an assortment of like her mixed. Our Sunday Soul collection, and then we have some signature collection like chocolate.
These are the bonbons. Yeah, these are the bonbons. Which the art. Oh, if you see her make these, I'm gonna link to some of the videos of her doing this. I'm just watching her paint like this design down on the sheet, and then
it almost looks too pretty to eat.
I just like I want to take pictures of it, and I want to keep it.
I'm gonna eat
also,
it.
I want to eat it, yes.
I'm gonna eat it.
Also. Okay. I kind of just want to start with the closest. Okay, actually, no. I think this is so this one is a rosé.
Okay. It's the rosé champagne.
Rosé champagne.
Right.
Yeah.
It's with, you know, rosé champagne
Bel
and
Air
then
rosé
infused
champagne
with white chocolates and candied rose petals.
Ooh, so that's perfect because we're drinking rosé
already. We're drinking rosé.
So that's perfect. I think we should start the closest to us. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. It's
so
good.
It's so good. Ah.
Listen, if you like white chocolate, that's good.
That is delicious.
That's tasty.
Wow.
I'm scared to try the rest.
I'm excited to try the rest. You know, the thing is, like, it's not just like good tasting chocolate. Like, it's so smooth and so flavorful. Like, you can taste the quality in this chocolate.
This is not Russell Stover's.
No.
Sorry.
No.
This is not, I'm going to Target to run and pick up something before.
Look.
You know?
Fellas, we just talked about Wifey wine. If you're trying to impress Wifey for Valentine's Day, you need to make your way to Harlem Chocolate Factory. This is it. This is it right here.
Time.
Oh. So actually, the next one is one of my favorite desserts.
You tried it without
It might be my, I love ice cream. It might be my favorite dessert outside of ice cream.
Okay.
Banana pudding.
Oh.
Yeah.
So look.
I love banana pudding.
Growing up, we were latchkey kids. Yeah. So our parents, you know, went to work in the city. And so we used to go to a super southern babysitter after school, you know, and Miss Lockwood. Yeah. And she, I think, is what introduced us to our southern roots.
Cooking,
yeah, because we're Ghanaian kids.
We grew a love
how are Ghanaian kids?
We didn't have that food growing up.
Collards and black eyed peas and rice, you know?
Yeah.
But it's because of our southern
that
roots.
Expanded our palate. You know, I never thought about what effect that had on us and our palates.
Tremendously.
And trying new things, you know?
And so I learned how to make, And I learned how to appreciate banana pudding because of her. Yeah. So shout out to Miss Lockwood.
Shout out to Miss Lockwood. Oh, let's try that. I'm excited. Oh!
This tastes like banana pudding!
Oh! Yo!
What? This legit tastes like banana pudding.
Oh! I feel self-conscious about eating this on camera.
I don't even care.
I'm making all kinds of faces. Yo, this is so good.
So good.
Yo.
So good.
Yo, that might have been the best piece of chocolate I've ever had.
I think so. I think so.
Yo, no shade. Like, that's not even... I'm not playing this up at all. That was so good.
It legit tastes like a bite of banana pudding.
Oh, I love banana pudding. Yo, that just blew my mind.
If you love banana pudding, you just gotta go ahead and just order yourself a
Just get a dozen of those straight up. Wow. That was so good. I'm not even trying to cleanse my palate right now. Can we take a beat?
Let's take a music break, shall we? All right, Sibs. So it's Valentine's Day. You got a couple of days to go ahead and buy your loved one something awesome, and we strongly suggest that you buy some awesome chocolate.
Yeah, from Harlem Chocolate Factory. Yeah. Look, don't get no basic chocolate, please.
No Russell Stover.
We don't do Russell Stover. All right, that's not gonna get you any points. No. If you want to do it right, take yourself uptown and make that stop at Harlem Chocolate Factory.
It is all worth it.
I might suggest the banana pudding because
get all banana.
That rocks my world.
And look, we want to continue to rock your world, and so continue to tune in. If you like what you saw today, make sure that you like and subscribe to all of our videos.
That's right, come back real soon. And in the meantime, happy Valentine's, y'all. Single or couple, we love you all. Cheers.
Cheers.
E and Lou, lovers of drinks and food, sharing that fleek review, helping you identify jewels, the gems and the places, something like the water in Oasis. Buy black, that's a great win. Circulate the dollar, that's what we call amazing. The Sibling Soirée.